of doing these kind of live sessions, right? When I talk about my thoughts openly this way, I'm actually able to learn much more than if I just keep it hidden over here, you know. So yeah, even though it's my birthday, I'm not gonna forget about it. I am still going to be doing this Facebook Live, and today has been pretty special. Not special in a way that things are happening for me. No, not really. But more like it's special because of the few key things that I've learned today, and I thought I want to share it with you guys. And so here goes. Three powerful things I learned today for my birthday. You know, earlier I put up a post that says that I realize how I treat myself on my birthday is a reflection of how much I love myself. And I've come a long way since how I was before, but I realized today that I still have a long way to go lah. And the reason why is because just now this morning started with NLP practitioner class certification class. We can't get the certification even because of CMCO, but we're doing it online. And come lunchtime, I felt the temptation to eat. So I said, okay, it's my birthday. I'm gonna eat rather than doing one meal a day. So I did that, and unfortunately, I had KFC just now, and then tonight I'm gonna have something else as well, which is not so healthy. Um, but the good news is that at least I'm conscious about it. I'm making a choice. I don't feel guilty. I am conscious about it because I know that this is what the mind wants. Now, what I'm about to share with you right now is a lot more powerful than what I shared just now. First one of which was invalidating opinions. So for a couple of weeks now, a couple of weeks ago, I did a post that says that I'm looking for interpersonal coach. And the reason why I was looking for interpersonal coach was because I felt that sometimes when I deal with certain people, what I said come across in a very different way. Is completely misunderstood, and they get triggered. And I want to take ownership of what I say, even though because we all come from different backgrounds, same word, same sentence, same phrase may be triggering to some people, may be completely okay to other people. So I wanted to make sure, I want to work myself in such a way that whenever I talk to someone new, irregardless of who I talk with, I have the ability to gauge exactly how I should talk to them in a way that they can understand. So I've been looking for an interpersonal coach, and I have all these kind of conversations with so many people, but at the same time, my awareness has been opened up. It has been opened up towards this thing. Why is it that people always get me wrong? And I've been paying very, very close attention to how I have been, and what I say, what I do. And now I realize suddenly today that one of the things that I've done was I invalidated other people's opinions, not on purpose, not in a resentful way, not on a malignant way. I wasn't trying to hurt people, but I wanted to point out the untruths, so to speak, because when we say two plus two, it will equal to four. But when someone says two plus two equals to five, I will say no, that's wrong. But I wasn't taking into account that sometimes people aren't prepared to hear the truth. So even though I come from a good intention, I have somehow invalidated their opinions. So I've come to notice this today, and that was a powerful lesson for me. And I noticed it thanks to a lot of interactions, a lot of amazing coaches, Suhu as well from this morning class. I noticed how he handled questions. I noticed how great facilitators handle questions in a way that they never say someone is wrong. They just talk about it in a way that other people, the participants, can understand. So first we go into their world to tell them what is right about their world before we talk about what how we see things. But we don't have to invalidate other people's opinions. So that's lesson number one, very powerful lesson today. I think that this problem of mine if I just do this, I will have quite a lot of breakthroughs. And all this while, like this whole thing, people can easily say, like, just be empathetic, Felix. Just be kind. Yeah, I know. But what is kind to me may not necessarily be kind to other people. So with this one, is so simple to understand. So all I got to remember is, I don't invalidate opinions. That's all. Simple, which is great. Second lesson: beliefs that are coming in the way. So this NLP certification class that I joined this morning and afternoon, we talked a lot about belief systems. And sometimes, and one of the things that I asked my friend Sue, who is the master trainer for NLP, I asked him, how do we detect our own personal limiting beliefs? And he said that anything at all, any form of beliefs that comes in the way of what we want to accomplish is a limiting belief. Any, no matter how logical it sounds, no matter how no matter how positive it sounds, no matter what. So, as an example, one of the participants wanted to go work overseas, and then Suhu said, "So why don't you do that?" And she said that, "Oh, but I have a family." So that is a perfectly logical reason, but it is still a belief. So that got me into a thinking mode, because how often is it that I have identified the reasons as to why I don't pursue certain things. And so my friend, he said, okay, let's do a coaching right now. So we did a coaching session, and he asked me, what is it that I really want? So I said that I just want people to know that working on themselves is the most sacred duty anyone can have. And he asked why. So I said, okay, sure. I will. So I explained why. And it was very great reasons. But at the same time, at the end of my sharing, he just asked me this question. He said, I just kind of reflect to you what I heard. And he tell me exactly what he heard, which is that while me, Felix, want to spread the message that everyone should take care of themselves first, I haven't been doing that exactly. I have been taking care of myself a lot, but it is still not number one priority in my world, in my life. I still haven't owned that, even though I preached that I wasn't walking the talk. I wasn't walking the talk. So that was good. That was good, because now I realize, and now I realize, why is it that sometimes people say that I'm condescending. And the reason why they say that is because I was focused too much on them, whereas I should be focusing on myself. And because I was focusing on too much on people, I gave unsolicited advice accidentally sometimes. I give unwarranted feedback. I give invalidating opinions, all those things. So it was a powerful realization, because now that I know this, I don't have to do it anymore. Now that I know this, I need I can understand that none of these things that I do should be for you guys. All of these things that I do, at the end of the day, the priority goes, I grow. So it is not. I mean, I realize, just as I said it, how it might sound. So there's one. So the counter to that is actually the question of who am I. So there's a paradigm, there's a dynamics between the two. Number one, everything that I do should be focused inwards on myself only. Number two is, who am I? That's the second dynamic over here. So the second dynamic with the answer of who am I, and my true answer would be, I am the same as everyone else. I am not my body, I'm not my mind. I'm you. You are me. We're all one. We're all the same. So when I say I mean all of us. So it is not about focusing only externally or only internally. It is focusing together. anything that I do must take care of my ecology, which means it's good for me, it's good for you, it's good for the world. So that was a very liberating experience, in my opinion, because now I just need to keep on working on improving myself. That's all. I like this kind of like all these courses that I go to doesn't really matter because all these while I go to all these courses because I want to spread the word. But nothing speaks louder than my actions. So rather than just constantly talking about the importance of taking care of yourself, I am gonna take care of my body and I'm gonna take care of my mind and I'm gonna take care of my intellect. And as I work on these few things, very small percentage of it should be focused on telling people they should do the same. And just by people watching me improve and grow, they will then be inspired to grow as well. So that was, even though I know this in my head for so long, I did not own it. So from today onwards, I want to own it. Which brings me to number 3, the futility of knowledge. What's the point? So I've been going to a lot of inner engineering online satsangs, gatherings with the Ishangas, and I'm one of the most like curious person in there. Is I keep on asking and asking and asking until one of the Ishangas just said that there is actually no point to ask so many questions because some things you can intellectually understand, but you cannot, whatever it is that you can intellectually understand cannot be experienced unless you are doing it. So it's kind of like swimming. It's kind of like swimming. We can learn how theoretically swimming feels like, but we can't know how swimming feels like. I can ask 1,000 questions about swimming, but I cannot know how it is to swim unless I'm in the water. So the faculty that is responsible for asking is incapable of knowing. That was mind blowing. And over the past few days, I just told Shanga just now, and I said, you just gave me the best birthday present ever because every time I asked her the questions, different questions, she would say, like, Felix, we discussed this before. There's no point to go through it again. You just gotta deepen your own experience. Right now, you've already learned as much as you want, as much as you can learn. The rest of it does not come from learning more things. The rest of it is gonna come from experience. So anything further than where I am right now, I gotta take the plunge. I cannot be constantly asking because there's no end to the questions, and the more questions I ask, the more questions I have. So there's really no more need to ask any more questions. There is no more learning that is necessary. There is no more preparation necessary. From here on out is 100% experience, is 100% growth for me. It is 100% putting myself in risky situations to learn from experience itself. Because, as Jiddu Krishnamurti once said, truth is a pathless land. And for as long as we are constantly attached to knowing the answer, we would stop searching. The moment I said that, okay, I have found the answer, I will no longer keep on questioning. And if I no longer keep on questioning, how will I know that this answer is the right answer? Whatever that is true right now may not necessarily be true forever. So whatever it is that I think is true is facts right now, the moment certain conditions change, things start to happen. I got to change with it. So knowledge, logic, serves as a crutch when we are still in development. We need to make sense of the world. So knowledge serves in that regard. But when one wants to overcome, or rather to transcend duality, when we want to stop completely thinking about what is right and what is wrong, what is good and what is bad, what is healthy or unhealthy, when we want to completely stop thinking about that, we want to truly see things the way it is, there is no distance. It is something that needs to be plunged into. So I am feeling honestly scared, because logic and knowledge has been my crutch for the longest time. It has been my knowledge since childhood. It has been my crutch since childhood. But now it's no longer serving me. I need to make the leap. Um, but at the same time, there is nothing else that I can explore where I am anymore. So since it's my birthday, 33 years of age, it's time. Anyway, that's all for today. I have ranted enough, I guess. So I wish you guys to have a great evening, have a great dinner. I'll see you guys again same time tomorrow, 6:45 a.m. and 6:45 p.m. 6:45 a.m. is morning service. We're gonna start with the journaling process. Please do join me for the journaling process. It is extremely powerful. There are so many signs and so much technology that is being incorporated into my journaling process. Daily practice of that. Just follow me along, and I guarantee you within a month or two, you'll notice that your career, your relationships, many things are going to change if you haven't started journaling yet. So join me tomorrow morning. Look forward to seeing you guys. In the meantime, have a great dinner. Stay safe, stay healthy, and above all, stay true.